Hey, whippersnappers, this is Tortimer the Great. Welcome back to another exciting episode of Pokemon Showdown Little Cup Battles. On this tiny Tuesday, we are running with our original Little Cup team, and I led off with Diddy here. I got the fake out off on Abra and got the rocks up before taking a Dazzling Gleam and going down. That's pretty much Diddy's main purpose. If he can survive longer than that, that's just gravy. So Mumbo then comes in. We're going to get the knockoff off on Abra, and for whatever reason, they went for like an Ice Punch or something. I don't know what that was, but hey, it worked for me. Mumbo was able to take out the Abra and take a couple of hits from this Fennekin. This Fennekin, though, I don't know what happened. It was a monster. It has whatever the ability is that it just keeps stealing the items. I think it's pickpocket or something. I don't remember what exactly it is. I haven't really used Fennekin, but yeah, it keeps taking the items off of my guys and using them itself, and so it keeps healing up with those berry juices. And so Crew came in, and he was able to get a good Earthquake off, but then he got burned, and then he didn't have his berry juice, and so we were just not able to do it. Finally, Fred came in, survived long enough to get a roar off, get Fennekin out of the way for a minute at least. And that's really the main contribution Fred was able to make. Then Glyph comes in, hangs on with Sturdied from the Earth Power, and is able to Flash Cannon the Amara into Oblivion, which works out pretty nicely. And then Fennekin's going to come in, Fire Blast Glyph, but Glyph's going to, again, hang on with the Sturdy, Volt Switch out into Mumbo. Again, they get a Berry Juice, and they heal back up. Mumbo goes down to the Fire Blast. Amelia comes in at this point, gonna land the return and take out the Fennekin, so that works out. Amelia is really the MVP of this battle. She's able to come in and tank an Ice Beam. She's got her Berry Juice, which heals her back up. And then she's gonna get another return off on that little Kip, take it on out. Deano then comes in. We're gonna U-turn out because, duh. And then we bring Glyph in, who's gonna just be death fodder. Which will allow Amelia to come in and U-turn without having to switch out, which is, you know, works for me. And then Chespin comes in, and I figured, well, we can either Brave Bird or U-turn or whatever, but I figured we haven't used Brave Bird yet, so let's do that. And we one-shot the Chespin. So, yeah, I think Amelia ended up sweeping through 5? She killed 5 of the four of the Pokemon, because, yeah, Mumbo took out Abra and Glyph took out Amara. So, but yeah, Amelia came back. I was like, oh, we're gonna lose this, but she came back and went ahead and took care of it for us. Amelia for the win. But yeah, it's unfortunate. I've had a lot of really good battles with this team today, but I've been doing so good that people have been forfeiting. This is like the first battle that I've done today where the person hasn't forfeited because they were getting their butt kicked so bad. So it works out for me. You know, comebacks are always good. That's why you play the game, right? In Little Cup, anything can change at any time. So as long as you get the momentum going in your favor, you know, it's possible. So anyway, let's jump into the next one, shall we? Alright guys, welcome back to battle number 2. It took me an unreasonably long period of time to get this battle going, so woo! Finally! We led off with Diddy, and they led off with Apom, and Diddy still managed to stay alive long enough to get the rocks up, which was fantastic. Apom did make good work of him, though. Fred comes in and is able to get the knockoff off, but then they use a switcheroo, so I don't know, they took our berry juice, but it didn't end up mattering. Fred was able to kill the Apom after taking a low kick, and then Fred was able to take out the Chimchar pretty easily as well. Dratini's gonna take a hard drain punch and then kill itself with Life Orb damage. Copycat's pretty good when you had the right circumstances laid in there. They brought in Honedge, so I couldn't, well, I used Sword Dance before I could do anything, so I couldn't really do anything to Honedge anyway. So I roared it out, brought in Cacnea, and that allowed Amelia to come in and clean up Cacnea after Fred went down. And then they brought in their Honedge, so I'm going to U-turn on out, and that's going to bring in Mumbo. They're going to set up a Swords Dance. Mumbo's going to go for the knockoff, which does pretty good, but then Mumbo's going to take a hard Iron Head there. But Glyph has Sturdy, so he's able to come in, and he outspeeds anyway. He's able to get the Volt Switch off, which takes out the Honedge as low as he was from Mumbo's knockoff. And then Crew comes in, takes a Waterfall, and body slams Froakie into Oblivion. So a really fun little battle there, some good back and forth, and I don't know. It was a fun one. This team's pretty fun. Again, a couple of really good battles. We got down to the last couple turns, whatever, we were doing pretty good, and then people were forfeiting, so it was hard to get battles. Normally, that's not as much of an issue in Little Cup as it would be like in OU or something. So that was weird this morning, but anyway, a lot of fun. Hope you guys enjoyed seeing our original Little Cup team out again this tiny Tuesday. Make sure, guys, if you have not watched Sunday's Sub Day Challenge episode, make sure to go back and do that. We've got a fun new challenge this week that was recommended by Sub Scadril. So make sure to get in there, get your Showdown replay sent in no later than Friday morning. And they'll make it into the episode. I had to restrain myself last week to record it because I was like, okay, I'm ready to get Friday or Sunday stuff up, and then I didn't because I was like, it's like Wednesday. So make sure to get it in by Friday. As soon as you can get it in, the better. That way I can kind of watch them and prepare and everything like that. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a like if you have not done so already, and if you got any comments or anything like that, feel free to leave them for me. I love always seeing that stuff, and I'll see you guys next time. As always, I've been Tortimer the Great. You guys have been great. Have a good one.